Hello friends, and welcome to Skill Bytes, your go-to place for learning Excel in a simple and practical way. In the last video, we learned about the sum function, which helps us add numbers easily. But what if we want to find the average of those numbers? That is where the average function comes in. The average function in Excel helps us find the mean or average of a set of numbers. This is useful for calculating SPAMM, student marks, monthly expenses, sales reports, and performance analysis. So let's open Excel and get started. Let's first understand what an average is. If you have 5 test scores and you want to find the overall performance, you add all the scores and then divide by the number of scores. For example, if the marks are 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90, the total is 350. Now, divide by 5 because there are 5 numbers. The result is 70, which is the average. In Excel, instead of calculating manually, we can use the average function to get the answer instantly. Now let's see how to use this function in Excel. I will type some numbers in column A. In a 1, I will type 50. In a 2, I will type 60. In a 3, I will type 70. In a 4, I will type 80. In a 5, I will type 90. Now, we want to find the average of these numbers. I will click on A6 where I want the result. Then, I will type equal sign, average, open bracket, A1 colon, A5 close bracket. Now, I will press enter. And here is the answer. The average is 70. Excel has calculated it instantly without any manual effort. Let's understand how this formula works. The equal sign tells Excel that we are entering a formula. The average function tells Excel to calculate the mean. Inside the brackets, a 1 colon A5 means we are selecting all numbers from A1 to A5. The colon in between tells Excel to include all numbers in this range. So Excel adds these numbers first and then divides by the count automatically. Now what if we do not want to include all numbers but only specific ones? For example, let's say we want the average of only A1, A3, and A5. In this case, instead of a colon, we will use commas. So I will type equal sign average open bracket A1 comma, A3 comma A5 close bracket, press enter, and Excel will calculate the average of only these selected numbers. This method is useful when some values need to be skipped. What if we have a large set of numbers and want to find the average of an entire column? Instead of selecting cells manually, we can type equal sign, average, open bracket a colon, A close bracket. This tells Excel to calculate the average for all numbers in column A. Similarly, for a full row, we can type equal sign average open bracket 1 colon 1 close bracket. This will find the average of all numbers in row 1. But be careful while using this method, because if there are empty cells or text, Excel might include them as 0. There is also a quick way to use the average function in Excel. Instead of typing the formula, simply select the cells for which you want the average. Then, press Alt plus HUA on your keyboard. Excel will automatically suggest the range and apply the average function for you. Press enter and you are done. This shortcut saves a lot of time when working with large data sets. Let's quickly recap what we learned today. We saw how to use the average function in Excel. We learned how to calculate the average using a range like A1 colon A5. We also learned how to find the average of specific cells using commas. We saw how to calculate the average for an entire column or row. And finally, we learned a quick shortcut for using the average function. This function is very useful for tracking marks, calculating sales performance, and analyzing business data. Now that you know how to use the average function, you can save a lot of time in Excel. That's all for this lesson. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. In the next video, we will learn about the max function, which helps us find the largest value in a set of numbers. If you found this useful, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more Excel tutorials. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.